we can roll that out.
All right, sounds good. Let's do it, Brent. So I think he's already a co-host, but let me introduce you all. This is one of the rock stars behind the scenes that makes me look really good. And he doesn't get enough FaceTime. He doesn't get enough credit, but he's one of my right-hand guys. His name is Sean Taylor. He is our art director over digital and web. We work very closely together. We've worked together for close to a decade now. And Sean and I have sort of spearheaded the website project, the shopping cart, the enrollment flow, smart links. The two things in particular that I'm going to have Sean walk you all through today is some of the optimizations we have already made based on some discussions we've had with your partners council and other leaders and top power rankers. As we're all, look, we've all lived through the chaos of convergence. That's what I call it, the convergence chaos, and then the subsequent convergence cleanup. And so I want you all to rest assured, Sean and I and the rest of the team, we have a list this long. You can't, I don't have arms long enough to show you, of all of the different optimizations and enhancements that we have in store for you, for your site, for your replicated site, to make this site, really the goal is the site needs to be a sales tool that does the talking for you, so that you don't have to be the message, you just have to be the messenger. And so you're going to see a lot of things being added to the site over the coming weeks, months, and years where it's never done. There is never a point where we'll sit back and say it's done. We're going to be continuously tweaking and dialing and adding to it. What that means, I'll kind of tease a few things coming in future state, building out an entire new event section of the site where you can refer back to a new platform where you'll be able to watch and engage in an immersive environment with others for our online events, where you'll be able to reference past events in a comprehensive content library. We'll be introducing live shoppable video where we'll have Deanna and Steve, the food guy, and Barbara Cox in Europe and others be able to have really compelling, entertaining, dynamic television quality programming that you can drive your prospects and customers to with attribution, so that you can get credit for all of the sales that result through that link sharing. And so we'll be building out brand pages that are able to tell the full story of Zenoa and Limu and Taymana and Teora and Slenderize and Nutrify and Tahitian Noni and all of these different brands that have very deep, rich product stories that you'll say, this doesn't exist on the site right now. We don't feel represented in this way. It's all coming. It's all going to be in addition to what you already have to be able to make your site even more robust, where those brand pages will take on the look, the feel, the branding, and the essence of each of those partner companies and sub brands, where we will be ramping up our multimedia content production in the form of long form videos, short form videos, micro content, shareable content of all kinds, and turning that app of yours, that NewAge Share app, into the hub where you will need nothing but that app to be able to prospect and have it be a tool that a prospect, or I'm sorry, that a new brand partner can plug into on day one and know what to do before their product ever arrives, before they ever have their own transformation, and without you having to handhold them, quite frankly. Because one of the things that we are super cognizant of, and I'll shut up after this and pass it over to Sean, is that people are not duplicatable. Aaron Decker is not duplicatable. Brent Palmer is not duplicatable. Tim Sales is not duplicatable. Systems, tools, and processes are what's duplicatable. And so our goal is to provide you every asset, every tool, every piece of tech that you could ever need to run your business from this thing right here. And so just know, if you've thought it, I promise you, if you've thought, man, I wish they would just do this to the site, man, I wish they would kill this and change it to this. I think there might be one suggestion that I've heard that isn't on our list in the last couple months. Just know we had to get through system stability and convergence cleanup and convergence chaos to get to the point where we can, and this is the last thing I'll share. There are 4 phases to the coming together of any kind of project or merger. This holds true even internally when we bring people together to do a big campaign, a big project. And it's certainly the case when you bring 2 giants or 3 giants or 5 giants together like we have with all of these different partner companies. There are 4 phases. It does not change ever. First phase is form. You come together. The second stage is storm. There's a storm. You got to figure stuff out. You got to work through challenges. You got to problem solve. It's a bit messy. Third stage is the norm. You start finding your norm. The day-to-day seems to stabilize and become a little less stressful. And then you get to the 4th phase, which is when you can really perform and soar and dial things and optimize things and get into flow. So it's form, storm, norm, perform. So that's the last nugget I'll leave you with. Right now, I think we're somewhere between norm and perform. And so you're going to start seeing these little tweaks and optimizations, and all of the things that you want and you need are going to come to life. And our team and people like Sean Taylor and others are the behind the scenes dream team that are going to be doing it and bringing it to life and building it out. So without any further ado, Shawnee, I'll turn it over to you, sir.
Thank you, John. What would you like me to get started with? The subscription flow, post-enrollment, or the smart links?
Let's start with the subscription flow post-enrollment.
Okay. Give me 1 second and I will pull that up. Okay, you should be seeing a mobile window. Let me know if you can see that.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we will go through the subscription flow post-enrollment, and the reason why I'm choosing to display mobile is because there's a couple of features that we're going to showcase that you're going to notice make their way to the enrollment flow. So what we have here is, this is the screen that you would see once you've enrolled. It says you were enrolled, your brand partner ID is this, and there's a little bit of information allowing you to log in. And then as you scroll down the page, there is a set up your subscription area where we will load this with products and packs and allow you to create a subscription. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this button that says add to my subscription. And you'll notice once I click this button, we now have a new button that has appeared at the top of the screen. And that is now a permanent sticky cart button that will replace the mobile hamburger button that I think some of you are having some issues with, especially as it's getting cut off the screen. So this is going to be a new button that's going to be sticky throughout the entire enrollment and the subscription process. When you click this button, it will open up your cart. It will give you the subscription summary, and it will allow you to browse the cart contents. The other thing that you'll notice here is this continue to check out button that is currently a text link. We have now made that a button, as well as when you're in the enrollment flow, there is a browse all or customize order link that we have made a dedicated button as well. So the really cool feature that I want everyone to notice is whenever I click into browse all products, this is a new mobile friendly window that we've developed that is currently being developed as we speak. And the way that this works is it allows you to not only shop, but it also allows you to browse your cart contents all within the same window. So when you're customizing your order, you can browse between our different brands and products, and you can also scroll and see what is in your subscription already. If you want to see more of your cart contents, you just take your thumb and you swipe up and you can see more of your cart contents. And then vice versa, if you want to see more shopping, you swipe down to collapse your cart and then you see more of the shop view. So this is a really exciting feature that we're excited to get live, because I know that there are a couple of issues with this customized order screen, especially as it relates to mobile. You have to scroll all the way to the bottom to be able to continue to check out. So this is one that we're really excited to get in there. The next thing was we'll click to continue to checkout or continue subscription. And you'll notice that the first thing that you have here is set up your subscription. So what we have here is we pre-selected the first Saturday, 4 weeks out from whatever day it is that you're setting up your subscription. If a brand partner wants to change that date, they can, but we've already selected that first Saturday 4 weeks out. The other thing that you'll notice here is we've added a field to name the order, and we think that this will be helpful for brand partners that set up multiple subscriptions. You can name it whatever you would like. In this example, it's named T&J Pack for Mom. Click continue to go to shipping and payment information, and the thinking here is that the shipping and payment information would pre-fill with whatever the brand partner elected during enrollment. And then if you decide to change that out and have it shipped elsewhere, you still have the ability to do so. Once we get down, click continue. This is the order review screen. Nothing is changed here. Confirm and submit. This is the confirmation screen, letting you know that your subscription has been created. You get a notification indicating when it will process, as well as the commission week and color, and the subscription name that was entered. If there is no name entered, the default name will be the shipping address. We also provide a link to the NewAge Office dashboard if you would like to log in and start managing your subscriptions that way. And again, we're reiterating the brand partner information in case it was lost. And that covers the subscription flow. As I mentioned, there's a couple of pieces that we're looking to inject into the enrollment flow, such as the dedicated sticky cart button, the new customized subscription mobile view, which it's a two-window approach, allowing you to see your cart contents and shop. And that is essentially the subscription flow. John, would you like me to jump into the smart links?
For sure.
Any questions? Okay. I'm going to stop sharing this screen. Give me 1 second. Okay. Are you still seeing my screen? I might need to reshare.
We are. Let me just say one more thing, since
Sure.
I'm feeling like I'm in a teaser kind of mood this morning, just to continue to kind of be transparent with you guys about what's coming. So ideally, we're talking about the enrollment flow there, right? Ideally, what we're gonna see. Can you guys hear me? Things are breaking up on my end. Can you guys hear me all right?
We can hear you, John.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So let's talk about autoresponders for a second. We're revamping the autoresponders. So they will not look like what they currently look like to your customers and to your new team members and brand partners. On day one, eventually, they are going to look completely different. They're going to look in line with our marketing emails. They are going to give a very clear rundown of a recap of, here is your unique URL, here is your ID number, here's when your subscription will process, here is your commission week, your color week, here is your what are the other things I'm missing? Here's how you can track your first order. Exactly what you would expect to get day one when you enroll. Also, in addition to that, we'll point you to all the relevant tools and resources you need on day one, so that, again, you aren't waiting for your upline to have to get you up to speed, drag you along, fill you in, making your job as existing brand partners easier, as a catch-all, as a safety net. And that's not like a one-time email. That's like a campaign, a nurture campaign, where we are sharing out different information on day one versus day 3 versus day 5, so that we can ensure we are getting people on the right path, out of the gates, ready to succeed on day one. In addition to, as part of that, being pointing them to kind of an action plan, a simple action plan. What's the first thing people want to know day one? What do I do? Their excitement is never going to be higher than it is on day one. So let's capture that excitement, let's bottle it, and let's turn it into activity and productivity and actual income producing behaviors, business building behaviors that we want to foster and drive. So pointing them to a 1, 2, 3 action plan, pointing them to the app, pointing them to, the videos that they should be using to prospect and drum up interest, and teaching them how to use the tools at their disposal. So that's connected to this, because ideally when you see this screen on enrollment, it triggers that. It triggers that campaign. via email. And so that's coming very soon too.
Well said. The other thing that I'll briefly touch on the screen that we actually met about yesterday is revamping the NewAge Office Dashboard Subscription Manager to include the ability to not only see your subscriptions, but to edit them and cancel and rename, etc. So with that being said, I will switch over to the smart links and we'll take a look at the new flow. Can everyone see my new screen? Where it says
Yes.
Spectrum Transformations. You seeing that? Okay, perfect. So as you all know, the current smart link modal is derived for shopping only. There is a enrollment smart link link on that will kick you over to the enrollment flow. But the main thing that we wanted to pull together to show you was that we've redesigned the smart link modal to be inclusive of overall link sharing. And what that means is when you click that link now, you have the ability to share a shopping link, an enrollment link, or the link from any current page that you're on. So if you navigate to our story page or 360 wellness or the home page, whatever page you're on, when you open up this modal and you copy this current page link, it will copy the exact URL to the page that you're on, but your replicated state. The other cool thing about this is if you have items in your cart, you can go ahead and create a shopping smart link right from that same modal. Obviously, this example, we don't have anything in our cart, so we'll go ahead and click on Shop Now. And in this example, we do have items in our cart, and we are going to keep the same functionality of the Smart Link button within the cart. So if you want to just hop in your cart, make sure that you got everything in there, click on Create a Smart Link, and you're right in that flow from there. The other really cool feature is the enrollment link. So this will just bounce you over to the enrollment flow. Ideally, down the road, what we would like to do is make this modal. Sorry, let me go back a few steps. We would like to make this modal inclusive of enrollment link sharing without having to have you bounce over to the enrollment flow and then re-click on link. But this was sort of a band-aid solution to get us to the next phase. But just know that that is coming. So that is the new Create plus Share Smart Links modal.
So the best way to think about this, and the way I always kind of position this, guys, is that we've sort of reimagined what a smart link means. And we see markets like Europe who are building their entire businesses using smart links, and that's it. And so this idea of simple, easy sharing, and just sort of broadening the types of smart links we have, as Sean outlined, there are now going to be 3 kinds of smart links. Obviously, enrollment links shopping links already exist as smart links. Enrollment links, that already exists, but the ease of the navigation is a bit easier, or is a bit simpler, is a bit more intuitive. The placement of it, the way that it's on every page throughout the site, it's on every landing page, it's on every shopping page, it's on every enrollment page. When we launch live shoppable video, it will be on all of those pages. So talk about an application for the current page link portion at the bottom there. Real life application there is Deanna is live streaming with Barbara Cox, doing a cooking show about how to integrate prime essential oils into foods. And then there's some product education there. And then you start driving prospects to that live shoppable video by just simply clicking that current page link and sharing it. And it will you'll click it, it'll open up right on that live stream shoppable video experience, that immersive digital experience. And any sales that occur as a result of that link sharing are attributed back to you. So again, trying to drive home the business building behaviors that we want with the most, that are simple, stress-free, and dummy-proof. It's literally share the link. If you can copy and paste a link, you can do this business. If you can text a link, you can do this business. If you've got a smartphone, you can do this business. That's the message. So I'm looking at the comments right now, some questions. Are smart links always going to show PV? No. that is only shown when you're logged in. One of the things we're super conscientious of is trying to strip away MLM vernacular from our combined company glossary. So the only reference to PV you'll ever see is when you are in a logged in state, because it makes no sense to the outside world, right? So trying to be more in line with e-commerce, with the Amazon culture we live in, and with the influencer marketing and digital marketing world that we live in right now, where that's just not necessary. And we want to sort of repackage and reimagine who we are and how we position ourselves in the industry, while still remaining very true to our roots and being proud of the direct sales industry, proud to be network marketers, proud to be one of the biggest, baddest, best MLM companies in the world, but just sort of massaging our image, massaging our brand story and our positioning. All right, other questions. Let me look through here real quick to see if I see any that are easy to answer. How can we send a smart link without not being logged in? You would have to be logged in to share the smart link, but that there would be no reason to share it unless you were already in, right? Does that make
Well, I
sense?
think to generate the smart link, you would have to be logged in. But once you like physically copy this to your clipboard, I mean, technically you could go ahead and log out and then share that link to anyone, and it would still be a valid link.
So John, it's showing PV because you are logged in. The prospect would never see that. The customer would never see that. When you share that link with them, when they click and open it, they would not see that. Is this functionality going to be available all over the world? Yes. The beauty of this site, as opposed to, you know, I know we've all come from different places and different companies. This is the hub, guys. Like, we've killed off all the micro sites, all of the other partner sites, the limu.com, the zenoa.com. This is going to be the hub, and we are going to build this out to be the single platform globally, to be used in all of the markets that we're currently in. I think it's currently available in 40 some markets. All of the languages will be, you know, translated and available here, where you can toggle between countries and languages and select all of that. Yeah.
Hey, John, really
Yes.
quick. If I were to send somebody my website link right now, I know, could you elaborate on what's to come with being able to send our website link, our individual website link, and maybe
Love to.
a workaround currently until we get that capability?
Yes, I'd be happy to. So this is something we're very aware of. It was intentionally kind of back burner just to get through some other pieces tied to taking an order, shipping a product, paying commission. In the enrollment flow, we initially mocked this up this way, and it's going to be implemented here. So I'll walk you through what that looks like. In the enrollment flow, as you are finalizing your order, there will be a field that allows you to search for an available URL, an available custom URL, and to lock it in and to select it. So instead of being newage.com/A1234567 or N789101112, you will have the ability to customize it to newage.com/Brent Palmer. And so that will be something that you can do as part of the enrollment flow. And that would then get triggered and served up to you in that first email on day one to remind you, hey, bookmark, save this email. Here's all the things you need to remember as it relates to your account and your credentials. Right now, there's a Band-Aid solution for that live in your back office, where you can go in and customize that. But just know that's being dialed right now on the front end, so that you don't have to go through the extra step of going to your back office. that was just tied to all of the database convergence and the database sort of being split up or separated by partner company, the RX field and the Noni field. But we're in a place now where we can make that happen. And so that's another additional optimization that, Brent, I know that you're super big on, your team's super big on, the North America Partners Council and broader teams really big on. Just know you have, I know this has come up, there's been confusion around if this site is even a replicated site. This site is your replicated site. The corporate site is your replicated site. Your replicated site is a mirror of the corporate site. If you go to the corporate site and you log in, it flips and becomes your replicated site. So any links that you share from there, you will get credit for all sales and enrollments that occur as a result. So that's coming.
That's perfect. And Sean, would you mind sharing, like in the back office, where my personalized website, where they would find that?
Yeah, I can. I don't know off the top of my head where that is. Let me dig around for that real quick.
And if it's too much trouble, we can search for it. I was thinking we might let everybody know where they could, if they wanted to do the workaround right now, they can, where to find it. Under settings, Stefan Page just said under settings.
Stefan. And guys, look, I'll just say this also, since we're kind of revealing future state of things to come. That office, that back office, first of all, we're killing the term back office because that's so MLM-y, right? We're killing that. It's going to change to your NewAge dashboard or your office dashboard. We're doing some things now to sort of fix and optimize and put some band-aids on things for right now for you guys. And so implementing a lot of the feedback you all have, the pain points you have, addressing those pain points right now with some band-aid fixes. I'm telling you long-term, guys, where this is going. We've been in discussions and planning around this for a while now. We're dropping a grenade into the back office. We're starting over. Like, we are going to design something that is so modern, so clean, so custom, that is in line with your Etsy backend dashboard, with the Shopifys of the world, something that feels like the UI and the UX of your iOS device. Something that is seamless, modern, simple, intuitive, clean, and sick nasty. So just know this is all going to change. And even these band-aids and these optimizations, you aren't going to recognize this thing down the line. It's going to be totally revamped and better than ever. So that's another teaser. I'm just kind of letting it all out of the bag this morning.
Brent, I did have my screen shared there when I was on the back office. Did you happen to see that?
Yeah, I can still see the screen share. So if you want to take us through on the setting.
And for sure. So on the office dashboard, and hopefully I'm not sharing live information, but this is the account that I have access to. So you would log into your office dashboard. Once logged in, you will click on the settings icon. And then on the right-hand side where it says username, you would click edit username to edit that name.
Perfect.
Okay.
So John, Sean, any last comments? One thing I would say is John, you and Sean, when you told me, the some revisions that's been set up in our website right now through the enrollment flow, through the smart links. The first thing is just going and using it, actually doing it. Actually, I'm not saying this to try to solicit sales out there, but if everybody on this Zoom today went and enrolled a customer, you would see that there's it's easier than it was 2 months ago. If you went and enrolled a brand partner, it's easier today than it was 2 months ago. If you went to subscribe and save and set up a brand partner, it makes more sense today than it did 2 months ago. And so for me right now, the best way for me to learn and see the ease and the convenience that it's already started moving in the right direction is to go do. And so I highly recommend it. Like everybody on here, get in there, and like actually enroll a customer, enroll a brand partner, utilize the subscribe and save, and you will see the flow is an easier flow. Even John from the used to, when we clicked on subscribe and save, like the first products that would pop up is like, $7,000 packs. And I'm kidding about that, but it was big packs. And so, yeah, to be all of that ease is coming to us.
All of that all that dialing of the filtering and the sorting logic around search terms you punch in to have the system actually spit out what you want to see. That's all being worked on, and it's actually, like Brent said, better today than it was yesterday, better yesterday than it was a week ago. Guys, there's other things that are probably off a lot of your radars that's coming very soon, like power reviews. 5-star reviews on every single product detail page is around the corner. Like there's almost a bow on it. So that's going to be an added layer of credibility, something I know that has been really top of mind for everybody for quite some time. You hit the MOA product detail page, and you will be able to see consumer reviews right at the top, just like Amazon, just like the normal rest of the retail and e-commerce world. Again, bringing us into the mainstream and not so fringe. So that's being implemented, where you'll have the ability to go in and submit your own review. So Sean and I have been working on that with IT and the dev team. That's almost out the door.
Yeah, and a reminder, John, for everybody on here, the workaround right now, if you do change your name of your website, the workaround right now, and Ken Bailey just pointed this out, is it will stay up for 24 hours. So if the best way to do it is you're going to send your website out, you might go to settings and change to the name you want, then send it out. So right now that lasts for 24 hours, and then you have to re-enter that. So just know that, but know it's a temporary workaround. So I just wanted to answer that question that popped up.
Yeah, that's actually the first time I've heard that. I'm going to make a note of that and forward that to the team also. Sorry you're experiencing that, Tammy.
So John, I know we said on the hour, any additional comments? I know we wanted to give this an hour. Here's what I appreciate. I appreciate the collaboration, the communication, and just letting us know that the ease and the comfort and the simplicity is coming to the forefront of the website and the enrollment flow.
Yeah, and back to that communication point, Brent. Look, for those of you that don't have my cell phone number, I have no problem with Brent sharing it with you. I have no problem with any of the leaders and influencers on the call today sharing my contact info, my email address, john_racer@newage.com. We work for you guys, and there's no question about that. And so that open line of communication is something that we value, and it drives us. So, I can point to, beyond this web stuff, like Brent and others, Steve Schwartz could share some stories about even, some recent collaborations we've had that you guys might not even be aware of, just that I think further illustrates how that comes to life for us as a company. I think back to the beginning of the pandemic when Steve, Brent, and I kind of circled up and just started jamming on the need for a video that sort of addressed the challenges going on in the world without referencing COVID, just more kind of addressing the common themes and problems and challenges that Brent and Steve were hearing out in the field, out in the marketplace. What was the message or talking points that were actually resonating with people at that very raw, real stage of the pandemic? And that's where the Now's the Time video came from for those of you that have seen that video, which, is one of my favorite videos that we've produced. But a lot of people don't know that came as a result of Steve Schwartz, Brent, and I just sort of talking and jamming and collaborating and coming up with that concept for an interest generating video. So this is a very real thing, guys. and it's very rare. I'll tell you that. I've been around this industry for my entire life. I might not look that old to you, but I've been around. I've been around for a minute, like probably around 30 years. I've seen it from both sides. I think that's a unique. So I have a unique perspective, right? Like I've seen it from the field side. I've seen it from the corporate side. It is rare what we have here, and it's even more rare to see words in action. And we put those words to action, and so I think that that's really cool.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And as we end, one of the things that I had the privilege of for over a decade working with John is the department would bring things to him all the time. And one of the things that I would hear in the office, he would say is, if this does not benefit the field, I'm just simply not interested. I mean, you know, it can be pretty, it can be beautiful, but if it does not benefit the field, then you know what, we're going to put it on the back burner. And so we're about to see a lot of things come to fruition that I know, as we've talked in the Founders Club, the Partners Council, and other things that we would love to see. I know the ease, the comfort, and the excitement of the process of being on the front lines is about to is just going to get better and better. So John,
and Brent, if it doesn't convert, if it's not effective, it doesn't. Effective. If it doesn't matter, right? So we're not. This is not marketing with like window dressing or putting lipstick on a pig. Marketing around here is marketing that converts. Creative around here is creative that converts. That's all that matters. If it doesn't convert, it doesn't matter. There's no point in putting it out there just as performance marketing, right? So we want to provide you the resources and the tools that are actually going to be effective for you in closing sales and racking up referral commissions.
Well, man, thank you so much. Thanks for the partnership, and everybody out there that's tuning in. We value you, and thanks for being here this evening for a lot of people around the world. And just go check it out. Go look at enrolling a customer, a brand partner, sending out smart links. You will already see the start of the ease and the convenience to that process. So guys, we love you. We value you. John, thank you and your staff for what you do. Have a great day. Great evening.
Thank you, Brent. Thanks for everyone for being on. Thank you, John.